Have you ever wondered what the future of farming might look like and how robots might play a role in it? As we stand on the brink of a new dawn, the world of agriculture is primed for a technological revolution unlike any we've seen before. The challenges that lie ahead are immense. As our global population surges, the demand for food is set to double by the end of the century, yet we are increasingly constrained by the finite resources of our planet. Our environment is changing too. Unpredictable weather patterns, rising temperatures, and shifting seasons are making farming more difficult than ever before. But it's not just about producing more food, it's about producing it sustainably. We need to find ways to grow our food that doesn't deplete our soils, doesn't pollute our waterways, and doesn't contribute to climate change. We need to ensure that the food we produce is nutritious and affordable for everyone, not just those who can afford to pay a premium. This is the challenge of the future of farming. In this ever-evolving landscape, the role of technology becomes crucial. Imagine a future where robots roam our fields, monitoring crops with precision, applying fertilizers and pesticides only when and where they're needed, harvesting crops at the perfect moment to ensure maximum freshness and nutritional value. It sounds like science fiction, but it's closer to reality than you might think. Robotic technology has the potential to revolutionize farming. It can provide the precision, efficiency, and sustainability that we need to meet our future food demands. Robots can work tirelessly, around the clock, in all sorts of weather. They can be programmed to perform tasks with an accuracy and consistency that humans simply can't match. But this isn't about replacing farmers. It's about giving them the tools they need to farm better, more sustainably, and more profitably. It's about creating a future where farming is not just about hard work, but smart work. As we delve into the world of robotic farming, we begin to see a future where the manual labor of farming becomes a thing of the past. To appreciate the future, we first need to understand the past. So let's take a step back in time to the dawn of agriculture. Picture a time when farming was a manual, labor-intensive activity. The very first farmers had only their bare hands and crude tools made of stone, wood, and bone. They had to till the land, sow seeds, water the crops, and harvest them, all by hand. It was back-breaking work, but it was also the beginning of civilization as we know it. As the centuries rolled on, farming techniques evolved. The ancient Egyptians, for instance, developed irrigation systems to water their crops. The Greeks pioneered in crop rotation, a practice that prevents soil depletion and increases yield. And the Romans, they brought us the heavy plough, making it easier to turn the soil and preparing it for planting. Then came the Middle Ages, a time of significant agricultural advancements. The horse collar was invented, which allowed horses rather than oxen to plough fields. Horses were faster and more efficient, increasing productivity. The three-field system was also introduced, where one field was left fallow. One was planted with spring crops, and one with autumn crops. This improved soil fertility and crop yield. But the real game changer was the Industrial Revolution in the 18th and 19th centuries. Steam engines replaced horsepower, and machinery like the seed drill and the mechanical reaper dramatically reduced the amount of manual labor needed on the farm. This was a seismic shift in farming, a leap towards modern agriculture. In the 20th century, the advent of tractors and combine harvesters further revolutionized farming. These machines could do in a day what would take a week for a team of men and horses to accomplish. Farming became less about brute strength and more about efficiency and innovation. Farming has indeed come a long way from its humble beginnings, and yet the journey is far from over. As we'll see in the next scene, the rise of the robots is set to take farming to new heights. Stay tuned. In recent years, a new player has entered the farming scene: robots. Yes, you heard it right. The world of agriculture is no longer just about soil, seeds, and human sweat. Robotics has started to take root, promising a revolution in the way we cultivate and harvest our food. The journey of robotics in farming has been a fascinating one. It all started in the early 21st century, when visionaries began to dream of a future where machines could take over some of the most labor-intensive tasks in farming. Fast forward to today, and that dream has become a reality. One of the first breakthroughs was the automated tractor. These smart machines, guided by GPS technology, can plow, sow and harvest vast fields with precision down to the last inch. They work tirelessly day and night, and in all weather conditions, freeing up farmers to focus on other vital tasks. Then came the drones. These flying marvels opened up a whole new world of possibilities for crop monitoring. Today, they scan millions of acres of farmland, providing real-time data on crop health, soil conditions, and potential pest infestations. With this information at their fingertips, farmers can make informed decisions, maximizing yield and minimizing waste. We also can't forget the small but mighty robotic arms that have taken over the delicate task of picking fruits and vegetables. They work with a precision and gentleness that ensures not a single strawberry is bruised or a single apple is dropped. And let's not overlook the robotic milkers that have revolutionized dairy farming. These machines allow cows to be milked whenever they choose, improving animal welfare and boosting milk production. The rise of robots in farming is not a distant sci-fi fantasy. It's happening here and now, and it's transforming the way we grow and harvest our food. Robots have indeed started to transform the farming industry, but what does this mean for farmers and the future of agriculture? As we delve further into this brave new world, we must ask ourselves, will robots replace farmers, or will they become their most valuable allies? Only time will tell. The introduction of robots in farming has brought about mixed reactions from farmers. On one hand, they have revolutionized the way farming is done, bringing about an era of enhanced efficiency and productivity. Imagine this. A single robot can now do the work that would have taken a team of farmers several days to complete. Fields are being plowed, seeds sown, and crops harvested, all at a pace that was unthinkable just a few decades ago. The use of robots has also freed farmers from the physical drudgery of manual labor, allowing them to focus on other important aspects of farming, such as crop planning and farm management. Moreover, the precision that these mechanical helpers bring to the table is unmatched. They can apply just the right amount of fertilizers and pesticides, reducing wastage and minimizing the impact on the environment. This precision farming has not only improved crop yields, but has also made farming more sustainable in the long run. However, it's not all rosy. The introduction of robots also brings with it a set of challenges and concerns. The most significant of these is the fear of job loss. As robots take on more of the manual labor, there is a worry that traditional farming jobs may become obsolete, and then there's the skill gap. With the transition towards automation, there's a pressing need for farmers to acquire new skills. Skills to operate, maintain, and troubleshoot these robotic systems. This can be a daunting task, especially for those who have been in the industry for a long time and are not as tech-savvy. There's also the question of affordability. While large-scale farms might find it cost-effective to invest in these technologies, smaller farms might struggle with the initial investment required. While the impact of robots on farming has its pros and cons, one thing is clear. Robots are here to stay. Their influence is undeniable, and the farming industry, like many others, will have to adapt and evolve. The question then is not if, but how we navigate this new era of farming. As we look to the future, one thing is becoming increasingly clear. Robots are becoming an integral part of farming. The potential of robotic farming is breathtaking. We're not just talking about machines plowing fields or picking fruit. Picture a world where robots equipped with advanced artificial intelligence can make complex decisions in real time. They could analyze soil conditions, predict weather patterns, and adjust crop cultivation strategies on the fly. Imagine swarms of tiny robot bees pollinating crops more efficiently than their natural counterparts ever could. Or envision autonomous tractors that operate day and night, tirelessly tending to our fields without the need for human intervention. But it's not just about efficiency. Robots could help us farm in ways that are more sustainable and environmentally friendly. They could reduce the amount of water and fertilizers used, minimize soil erosion, and even help in the fight against climate change by sequestering carbon in the soil. And as our population continues to grow, the need for such technologies becomes even more pressing. Robots could help us meet this increasing demand for food without having to clear more forests or drain more wetlands. Yes, there will be challenges. We'll need to address concerns around job displacement and ensure that these technologies are accessible to farmers everywhere, not just those who can afford them. But as history has shown, innovation and adaptation are part of the human story. So let's embrace this future, not fear it. Let's harness the power of robotics to create a farming industry that is not just productive, but also sustainable, resilient, and fair. In the world of farming, the future is not just about producing more food, but doing so in a way that is sustainable, efficient, and beneficial for all. And robots might just be the key to achieving this.